Hello, I'm Artur.
Hello, I'm Jason, and welcome to Stylelia, our entry to the Chef Hackathon 2021. So, what is it? Stylelia is a static code tool runner. This is a space we've noticed there's a problem with. So, in our example today, we're using Chef's Cookstyle tool, and this is here to help us automate the PR to a target repository on the auto fixes for static code tools. We know these come out frequently. We know they contain best practice. We are very bad at running them unless we're making a change. And when we're making a change, it's that frustrating thing that slows us down. So we've built a tool to remove the toil from that code maintenance and follow the standards that we are given today. So we're going to go straight into a demo here. We will be running the tool and we will be creating a pull request. So here we have the README. Here you'll notice a pile of exports. I've got them already set up here. The only export I don't have is the GitHub token. That's already on my command line. No, you're not having that. And then we will simply run the tool. We are running this in local development mode. Our production environment does run in AWS, but Arthur will step in and talk more about that later. So here, if we run it, we'll see that it goes and finds default branch. It processes and understands the changes, runs the static code analysis tool, in this case, Cookstyle, creates a PR, and then it updates a cache. Again, Arthur will speak more on the caching shortly. But if we go to our example cookbook here, which is Snort, and we click pull request, you will see that there is now a pull request here. Using my token, you will see here, what have we changed? It's all nicely laid out for you to understand why the changes have happened. And we've also made sure the commit itself has a similar message in it, just so that when you're looking at the history in Git, you're not going, what's this automated change? And finally, as it's a static code tool, here we go. Here's the magic. There's the changes it's made. I think now I'm going to pass it over to Arthur to speak about the code a little bit.
Thank you, Jason. Okay, so it's short and sweet. We decided we will write the whole thing in Go, mostly because Jason wanted to learn Go. Well, that's one of the reasons. The other reason is Go is cloud-ready language. It's super fast. It's a compiled language. It makes everything run super smoothly and super nice. There's a few design choices that we've made for our tool. One of them being, as you can see right now on the screen, we defined the interface for the key value store, which means that if you want to plug in your own cache, you can. We don't want to tell you that you have to use Redis or you have to use anything else. You can use whatever the heck you want. If we can go down within the code, then you can see that the whole handler is Lambda ready. So whenever you set it up, basically what you can do, you can deploy it on AWS and it runs beautifully. If we go down, you can see that the main handle method basically explains every single step that we're doing within our application. We don't have any actual functional code. It's all about calls to different bits and bobs within our application, because we wanted to make the whole logic clear, readable, and fast to do change if you need to tweak it to your own liking. Basically, that's all on our end. It's not a big application, but it has a lot of power.
The other thing it does well is it has a cache in it, which means we're not rerunning on things that we know we've run it against. Yep. And that reduces the speed and reduces the cost of Lambda and increases the speed because you're only running it when you need to run it. So
exactly.
Let's go to the final part. So what are our future plans with this tool? So at the moment, it's built purely for Cookstyle. We want to extend that to be things like Rubocop. We want to make it generic enough that it will work with any static code tool. At the moment, we're using GitHub tokens. We know that it is better to use a GitHub app. This is a future roadmap item for us. We're also wanting to move the running section of it to a Lambda and properly scale it out. Rather than having it part of this Lambda, having it run off of a queue and being able to run multiple quickly. And finally, the last two pieces, we want to allow you, the users, to submit the tools that you want it to run. So for example, if you're Chef and you have an internal tool called Chef Style, you could ask us to go and make it work with that, and then we would be able to do that for you. And the final thing is we're looking to start a business around this. We think that static code analysis is a space that there's not enough work in, and we think that we can change that. So thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you a lot.